Please, whoever is listening to this, I don't know how long this message will exist. If you are hearing this, then it means I failed. They told me I was imagining things. They said I was sick. But I remember a world that hasn't happened yet.
Imagine waking up one day and realizing the world around you is wrong. The buildings feel unfamiliar. The language sounds distorted. The people look like ghosts wearing human faces. Now imagine trying to explain that to someone and realizing you are the only one who remembers another time. Throughout history, people have appeared claiming something impossible, that they did not belong to this era. Some said they came from the past. Others whispered of a future that should not exist. And the most disturbing part? Many of them left behind evidence. On a quiet evening in 1950, a man suddenly appeared in the middle of Times Square. He wasn't running. He wasn't panicking. He looked lost. Witnesses said he stared at the lights, the cars, the buildings, as if he had never seen such things before. Seconds later, he was dead. His name was Rudolf Fens. Police searched his belongings. What they found made no sense. Victorian-era coins, unworn, a business card from a company that vanished decades earlier, a handwritten letter dated 1876. No signs of forgery, no modern materials. Records revealed something terrifying. A man named Rudolf Fens disappeared in 1876. Witnesses at the time reported he vanished in broad daylight, without a sound, same name, same face, 74 years apart. He never aged.
Rudolf Fens was not an accident. It wasn't a mistake in time, and it wasn't an illusion. It was the first crack. What if time isn't a straight line? What if it's a network, a maze, or worse? What if some people don't get lost in time? What if time loses its way to them? The police closed the case, science ignored it, and the world moved on as usual. But just 4 years later, another man appeared, not from another time, but from another place. This time, the man didn't fall through time. Time is what failed to recognize him.
In 1954, an ordinary man arrived at Tokyo's airport. He presented his passport calmly, but when officials looked at it, the room fell silent. The document was real. High-quality paper, official stamps, travel history across Europe, except for one detail. The country did not exist. The man claimed he was from Taured. According to him, Taured had existed for over 1,000 years, located between France and Spain. When shown a modern map, he became visibly disturbed. "That is impossible," he said. "My country has always been there." Authorities placed him under guard in a secured hotel room. No open windows, locked doors, police outside. The next morning, the man was gone. No body, no escape route, his passport, his documents, all vanished, as if he had slipped back into a reality where Taured still exists.
The man disappeared, but his presence did not. He said his country was here, and he pointed to it, with a certainty only memory can give. Think about it for a moment. If you were in his place, and the map you trusted denied your existence, that night, the man did not escape the room. The room is what no longer recognized him. On another continent, and 3 decades earlier, a man woke up screaming, not because he had been asleep, but because he had awakened in the wrong time. Some stories are not about disappearance. They are about those who see the truth first and return to warn the rest of us. In 1921, a schoolteacher named Paul Amadeus Dinock fell into a coma. When he woke, he was terrified. He claimed he had not been unconscious. He claimed he had lived another life. According to Dinock, his consciousness traveled to the year 3906. He lived inside another man's body. He learned their history, their language, their fear of the past. He wrote obsessively. He described a future where humanity nearly destroyed itself. Wars so devastating they were erased from historical records. A global catastrophe never spoken of, only referred to as the silence. Most chilling of all, he wrote that our time was considered the beginning of the collapse. There are eyes that see what has yet to be born, minds that remember endings that have never happened, and in the shadows of time, voices speak, but no one hears them. Paul Amadeus Denoch lived a life that was never his, but before he realized it, there were others screaming in the dark, trying to warn those not yet born. In an abandoned asylum, a woman saw the end before it came. She witnessed cities drowning beneath the oceans, silence devouring everything in its path, a world slowly crawling toward death in complete stillness. Time bends, and the end repeats itself. Voices that no one hears come to tell you there is no escape. In a European psychiatric institution in the early 20th century, doctors encountered a woman who terrified the staff. She screamed at night, begging to be sent back. She claimed she came from a time after humanity fell. She described endless silence, oceans swallowing cities, machines running with no humans left. Doctors documented her words. She warned about people becoming prisoners of screens, about wars fought without soldiers, about a world that slowly stops feeling alive. She died years later. Her files were archived, forgotten, until decades later when history began to rhyme. Maybe these people were insane, maybe they were lying, or maybe time is not a straight line. Maybe it bends, maybe it breaks, and sometimes someone falls through. If that's true, then the future may already know us, and it may be watching to see if we repeat the same mistakes. Some memories are not dreams, they are warnings.